God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. God calls the unqualified just to show the world that he's the qualifier. Back to what I was saying about David, about him not passing the eyeball test. David didn't look like a giant slayer. Even after he slayed the giant, people would probably look at him like, that's David? That's the one that slayed the giant? They didn't always call him King David. They weren't always singing his praises. You know, Saul has killed thousands, David has killed tens of thousands. They weren't always giving him the credit that he deserved. You know, I'm talking about the time frame where they knew him as the shepherd boy. When David showed up to kill Goliath, they asked him, with whom have you left those few sheep? That was his own brother talking to him. I'm talking about when he went through that phase of when they told his dad that the next king was in his house, call your sons in, and he didn't even get invited inside. He was outside with the sheep. The man said, you got any more sons? Well, yeah, we got the youngest out there with the sheep, but pretty much saying, I know he ain't it. Call him inside. When he came inside, the oil flowed. That's the new king right here. You know, he wasn't appointed king. He was sent back outside with the sheep after that. When he showed up to flay the giant, the giant laughed at him. People were scared for his life. Like, man, this dude finna get himself killed. What he doing? But he had the confidence because he knew. He knew God. He knew God sent him. He knew, hey, man, this ain't nothing. It's light work for me. You know what I'm saying? They looking at him in the natural. He looking in the spirit. They looking at what he holding. He looking at what he carried. You know what I'm saying? What he got with him, what's carrying him. You know, to risk your life with a giant that everybody else scared of, you ain't going alone. You know already you won that, or you wouldn't have came at him like that. I wouldn't have came at you with rocks if I didn't know I was going to slay you with these rocks. I wouldn't even come at you like that unless I already knew. You know what I mean? That's the confidence you need whenever God sends you on a mission. God don't go by what everybody else go by. God don't go by their qualifications. God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. God calls the unqualified just to show the world that he's the qualifier. I don't need him to be, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got to be like that. You've got to have a heart right with me. The Bible said David was a man after God's own heart.